Okay, it is a minute after the hour, so I am going to go ahead and get started. I hope everybody can hear me okay, see me okay. And first off, I want to introduce myself. So I am Jamie, and I am part of the marketing team here at Schedulicity. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining today's very first town hall. We just wanted a way to provide our businesses a way to connect during this time and as we kind of navigate it together. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for some more goodness coming your way over these next few weeks. So let's get started. All right, so first off, I just want to tell you guys that we know the times are really uncertain right now, and you may be feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and you're not alone. So here at Schedulicity, we want you to know that we're with you, and I also want to give you 5 things that you can do right now within your business. I'm going to stop for just a second. I'm hearing somebody that hasn't muted yet. Do you mind everybody just looking and seeing if you can check that microphone so you're muted? Cool. I think we got it. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So anyways, we really do care, and we want to make sure that I'm going to go over 5 things that you can do right now in your business to kind of navigate this time. And do remember that it's okay if you need to just take a nap too. Okay, so let's be real. But let's start with what we can do right now. Right now, you can use this time to take advantage of your Schedulicity account. So you may or may not know, but we have waived all our subscription fees until July. So any add-ons that you want to check out during this time are free. I think all of you probably do use Schedulicity right now, but if you don't, you can sign up for free as well and use all these add-ons. So a couple add-ons that I want to touch on specifically are the automated marketing option. So with our automated marketing option, that includes birthday follow-up, time to book, and re-engagement emails, along with suggested service advertising and analytics as well. So typically that's $25 a month, but for single users, and $50 a month for multi-user accounts. But right now, while you're looking into it and setting it all up, it's free. So what better time to do that than now, right? Another thing, and with automated marketing, all of these add-ons, you can set them up within your Schedulicity account by going to settings and then subscription and turning them on. I also wanted to touch on our Schedulicity Pay.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I am going to have a Q&A at the end, but if you want to go ahead and ask your question now, feel free.
So the add-on is free now. What if clients say after July 1st, will they start being charged for the add-on?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
So you said that these add-ons are free. Normally they're charged for it, correct?
Yes, so they're free. They're free right now. Yes.
So once they add it on now, after July 1st, will they start being charged for it?
That is the case, but these are all things that help your business. So you can turn them on now, get them all set up while you have the free time and while they are free. But yes, eventually sometime they will be part of your subscription price.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No worries. Thanks for the question. And yeah, everybody, we will be doing a Q&A at the end. So if you can, jot down what you want to ask, I'll go over that at the end. And also with some of these more technical things within your account, I'm happy to provide links on step-by-step how-tos and anything I touch on that you need a little more information about. Okay, so Schedulicity Pay. If you're not already using Schedulicity Pay, we offer the lowest rates in the industry with starting at 1.99%, and there's no contracts, no fees. We offer 2-day and next day funding available. So this, if you hadn't had the time to come over to Schedulicity Pay before, go through all the application, do all the work, again, now is the time to do that. Also, you can start collecting payments from your clients online. With this, you can have clients pay in advance, get their credit card to hold the appointment, or have them pay a deposit for the appointment too. And if you want to look into Schedulicity Pay, that is under settings and then payments within your Schedulicity account. All right, so that is taking advantage of Schedulicity. All right, next step is number 2, keeping in touch with your clients. So this could just mean letting them know to book in advance. So we all know eventually, this is all going to be over and your clients are going to want to get in with you. So let them know that they can book now. And you could even go as far as setting up a partial deposit. So let's say a client books 3 months into right now, like in 3 months, they book their appointment, but requiring they pay 50% of the booking now. And then when they come in for their appointment, 50% at the time of the booking, or the appointment itself, sorry. Also, reach out and say hi to your clients. Send an email. See how they're doing. Let them know how you're doing too. We're all kind of feeling a little distant from each other right now. So if you can just reach out and, say hi and create that connection with them, they would appreciate it, because I'm sure they really miss you and miss seeing you. And then lastly here, create a fun little how-to video. You're the pro, so keep it easy. But it could be a fun way to, again, feel that connection with your clients right now. Okay, so number 3, you can offer virtual classes. So I was talking to Teresa before some of you guys joined, and we were talking about Zoom. So a lot of you probably have heard of people offering classes or consultations via Zoom. And so you could do Google Hangouts too, but I do think Zoom is becoming just a great way to communicate and do business online during this time, since we are at a distance from our clients. So I'm going to go a little more in depth with using Zoom with your Schedulicity account. Basically, once you have your Zoom account set up and you create a meeting, you'll get a link, just like you guys joined for this meeting. I'm using Zoom for this call. And once you have that meeting, you can meeting link, you can add that to a custom messages in your Schedulicity account. And then also, if you are a class-based business, so any of our yoga instructors, fitness, or if you're a one-on-one type service provider that is offering classes during this time, you can go to the email roster within that class and put that Zoom link in that email for them to join. So let's go a little deeper into offering these classes if it's something that you have decided you want to do.
Excuse me, someone still has their mic on, and I think you can be in charge of muting everybody.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'll do that. Give me 1 second, and thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. Mute. Oh, thank you. All right. Hopefully that is better. Thanks again for letting me know. Okay. So, anyways, Zoom. I hope I'm not muted. No, I'm not. Okay. So offering Zoom for your fitness classes. So here is, if you are going to do this, these are just some tips to do this successfully. Let your clients know when you are going to go online. So again, once you have that Zoom account set up, just figure out which classes you're going to offer, and then send out an email with instructions so they know how to join. Set up your at-home studio space. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just make sure everything that you need is ready, available for the class. You could also plan some no equipment options. Some people may not have access to all the equipment that they need, so just offering up some modifications there. You could also offer some equipment for rent or sale, and if you are in an area that is still allowing you to get out and about, you could, if you have extra equipment, you could offer to drop it off on their doorstep. Also, I know Amazon does have some shipping delays right now, but if your clients are able to wait, you could suggest some links for them to purchase the equipment. Another really fun idea is to create a Spotify playlist and then share that playlist link with the Zoom link too. So everybody has the same music going on. Kind of makes it, again, feel like that same class community that some people, that's why they're going to your classes, right? Don't forget to give corrections. Even though you're not right by them, they're still looking for that feedback from you. Don't forget one-on-one type sessions. Some people still want that private feel. And so it's just another great opportunity for your business to offer those too. And then lastly, set up packages too. So people are looking to help your business right now. So you could offer up 5 Zoom sessions, and then, maybe the last one you give them for free, an in-person the last one is an in-person class. And it's just a great way to get some extra money up front when you need it. Okay, and I know we do have some estheticians, massage therapists. I saw all you guys on there too. So this is for you. So if you want to use Zoom, you could offer self-maintenance classes. So since they're not able to get in and get their hair done, maybe show how they could cut their bangs, keep, again, if you're a hairstylist, keep their gray hairs from showing through, and offer one-on-one type consultations. So for our estheticians, maybe set up a 30-minute session where you guys can talk through problems of their skin, breakout issues, all that kind of thing. And once it's over, any recommendations that you've had during the consultation, let them know, again, if you're able to get out in this time, that you would be happy to drop off the products that you suggested for them. And then lastly, this one's just fun. Throw a self-care workshop or self-care happy hour. This is kind of becoming the norm, as crazy as it is these days, but people are loving being on these calls, right? We no better time than now when, we're all stuck in our living rooms. So throw that, and maybe you make it donation based, or maybe it's just free, that's up to you, but that's another way to kind of offer things online during this time. All right, number 4 is practice self-care too. So there is so much uncertainty in the world right now, but prioritizing your own well-being is important to you and your business, but also just in all aspects of your life right now. Oh, somebody's drawing a picture. I just saw a line across the screen. Okay, anyways, so some of what that self-care looks like is carving out that me time. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It could look like a lot of things to a lot of different people. Maybe it's just reading a book you haven't been able to get to in a long time. Exercise and nourish your body. The added stress of having kids at home maybe, or the lack of structure just makes us all a little crazy. Myself, I know. So it doesn't have to be you're going to run a marathon, but maybe just taking your dog for a walk, and just make sure you're being intentional with yourself. So also be social even when social distancing. So, you know, I touched on this before a little bit, but reach out to people. Reach out to your clients, or just call your mom and talk for a little bit. We all have time right now, and we don't have to be a stranger. Make sleep a priority. We are all more productive when we get a good night's rest. And something else that I've heard can be beneficial to help with your sleep regime is setting your phone down about an hour before you go to bed, and that can help you get a really good night's rest. And then lastly, if you have the means to, help others too. So it feels good to give, and if you can be in a position where you are able to help people, they would truly appreciate it. And that leads me to my last thing that you can do right now. And what you can do right now is ask for help and support. We know how hard your industries have been hit during this time, and people are really looking to help you. So this could mean setting up a GoFundMe page. I know that's not always an easy decision, but people are looking to help. So if you can get that up and that would help you, do it. Also, our customer experience rock stars are truly amazing. If you have ever called in, ever chatted, they are 100% live human beings who are ready to help you. So if you, like I said in the beginning, any of those add-ons, if you're looking for more information about setting those up, and you have some questions, reach out. We want to help you more than ever during this time. So let us know if there's anything we can do there. And then lastly, if you haven't heard, we have updated our Schedulicity Cares grant a little bit. So starting April 1st, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be giving away $500 to we'll be giving away a $500 grant to any business that just shows us how they are caring for their community, or anything. So, I mean, that could be, okay, you're offering online classes now, you're running errands for a neighbor that needs your help, anything like that. So how you enter is you will just create an Instagram post or story and use our Instagram handle at Schedulicity and hashtag Schedulicity Cares. And then that way we can share it as well and let everybody know what you're doing. And then just check our feed weekly, because we will be announcing the winners again every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you just need to submit before, let's see, the cutoff for submissions for the upcoming week is Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So with that, hopefully I didn't run through everything too quickly. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but like Teresa mentioned in the beginning, we all have time, right? So I would love to answer any questions right now, but I also, if anybody has a story they want to tell, or anything that they've seen in their community, or if they've talked to a business, a mentor, anything, let's just kind of open up this time. If you want to show us your pet at home, you can do that too. I'll go ahead and unmute here. Let's see. Give me just a second. Okay.
Is there a way to remove client notifications without canceling all of our appointments, so we can keep track of our customers' appointments so we can reschedule them easier? I was just curious.
Yeah. No, that is a great question. So you're just looking to remove notifications so you don't have to cancel the appointment itself, correct?
Yes. So how would I do it permanently? I know where the checkbox is, but isn't that just for if you're kind of moving an appointment around?
So do I have any of my customer support people on the call that would like to offer up help here?
I can hop on, Jamie.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, hey, this is Lindsay from Schedulicity Support. We get this question a lot right now. one thing you can do, if you have client text reminders on, is you can turn those off for the time being. Make sure that those don't go out to clients, although you're going to want to remember to turn them back on when this is all over.
So is
that
front desk?
Nope, that's going to be in your admin login under subscriptions.
Under subscriptions?
If you go into settings and then subscriptions.
And actually, I can stop this share and bring up a Schedulicity test account if people want to look. Give me a second.
So I would just get rid of the add-on then for client text reminders?
For now, yes. And I might even set a reminder for yourself to turn them back on because they are incredibly valuable, as you know.
And what about the email reminders?
Emails, you cannot turn those off. The only way to turn those off.
I won't change it then. I'll just write everybody's name down.
I might recommend though, you can do a couple things to get the word out to clients. You could send a mass email, and you can also put a custom message in that email reminder so that clients see what's going on, which they probably already know anyway. But
Lindsay, talking about email policies?
Yeah. Yep, it's gonna live under policies and then email policies. Yep.
I'm sorry, I should have said, so my name's Moira and I'm from New Hampshire. I own a small hair salon. I was also wondering, you mentioned partially deposit when people are booking. Could you explain how to set that up?
Lindsay, do you want to take this again?
Oh, sure. Yeah. How to set up partial deposit. This is an easy one, especially if you're already connected to a payment processor. And if you're not, I highly recommend Schedulicity Pay. But all you're going to do is head into your settings area and then services.
Okay.
Once you're in services, you're going to click on the service you want to set up as partial deposit. Hit edit.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you got to do each one as individual.
Yep, exactly. Because we don't want to assume that you would want to do that for everyone. We want to give you the option to pick and choose which services.
It's fine, but I just wanted to know for sure. Okay, so, and then you click on require partial deposit. I see it. Okay.
Yep, and make sure to hit save in the bottom right when you're done.
And so at that point, if you wanted like 50%, you could put 50 in there with the percent.
Yep.
And then save. Yep. Okay, perfect. That's a new little trick I didn't know.
Jamie, just to add to Moira's question as well too. Moira, if you do cancel those appointments, that will stop. Sorry, my daughter is talking to me. That will cancel the reminders from going out, and then you would be able to go to your report section, and there's a cancellation report where you could track all those cancellations. So that's something to do. We have seen people also maybe rescheduling those appointments, maybe pushing them out a couple months, reaching out to people.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to, I think, I'll try to do that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And if you need any help, with how to edit those appointments, we're absolutely here to help you out in that way.
I don't want to take up any more of your time because I know you have a lot of people on the call that probably have questions. I have one more question. So I think I noticed that there's a way you can add product into the checkout process. And I didn't know if that was something new or I just didn't notice it before, or if you were giving that for free at the moment.
That is a pretty product, is a fairly new. I'd say it's probably been with us for about 5 months or so. So it's definitely a pretty new feature that we have, and that is included on the free account. And let's see. So you would go to settings and then over to payment and products.
And then you'll see my screen. I'm kind of walking through it as.
Yes, okay. I can. Can anybody else?
And then I know how to do it. Does it cost extra, I guess is what I was wondering, but Go ahead
Nope.
and explain it to everybody too.
Well, you would have to have I guess you would have to have the unlimited bookings on, I believe, to be able to get into there. But everything's free there right
Okay.
now, so you could definitely be checking that
Okay.
out. And
Does it change after a few months? Is what another question I was asking. Does it go, is that part of the package you all are offering for free right now? And then after a couple months, there's a charge for products?
for products,
No, it's included in unlimited appointments. So you'll mostly likely have that on anyway, just because we limit you to 10 appointments. So as long as you have that on, products is not going to go away for you.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Interrupt for just a moment, Jamie?
Yes.
Oh, hi. This is Teresa in Vancouver.
Hi, Teresa.
Talk about self-care. I have a call coming about 9:30 from my nutritionist. So if I disappear, that's where I'll be.
Okay.
Disappearing on you.
Okay, Teresa. Well, I hope that you will join additional town halls in the future.
I'm staying on the calls, though. Yes.
Okay, so I do have a few more questions here. Your Day Off at Heritage asked how we can add video to the email. Cara, correct me if I'm wrong, but can they add video to our email marketing messages?
not at this point. It can make things get funky in there as far as a little spammy. Although I know that's something that definitely is on our team's radar.
You could link out though. You could add a link and link people out for sure.
Yeah, link to the video if you have it like uploaded to YouTube or something. Is that what you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
but
just
not within
embedded,
our
it's not
email marketing. You could always use like your own personal email if you have some clients in there too. Okay, Jill Thompson asked if we want to push a series of regular appointments out a month, how do we do that? Say my regular 8 a.m. client, if I just want to move her out a month. So, push out a series. So you can change recurring appointments. Is that what you would suggest? Anybody?
Well, Jill, you're the Pilates studio, right? I think you're kind of famous in support. We know you.
Hi, Karin.
Hi. So it would be moving the class, right? Am I understanding that right?
I don't know. If we want to push out a series of regular appointments out a month. Jill, do you want to add to your question at all? Feel free to unmute.
Let me get you off of here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Like my Monday 8 a.m. person comes all year long. She's the same person all year. And I just want to kind of move her a month because I'm closed, probably for another month. So I don't want to, so it's going to delete every week. I just want to move that series a month. Can I do that? Like she's booked for like the whole year. And I just want to move
And
it.
she's part of a recurring series?
Yeah.
Monday at 8 a.m.
The first thing that comes to my mind is just canceling, not the entire series, just canceling the ones up to April 15th or whatever the date is. So just canceling those individual series.
And that's what I'm doing, but I thought maybe there was a more efficient way to do it.
Yeah, there's not. One of the things that our team hooked us up with last week, and this goes back to, I believe, Moira's question, we can, if you write into the CX team, we can do a mass delete of cancellation. So instead of you doing like one by one, let's say you just want to cancel all of your appointments until April 15th. We can do that if you hit up the CX team. We can go ahead and cancel all of those appointments. No notifications will go out if we cancel them on our end. And then, like Kara said, you can use the cancellation reports to keep track of your cancellation list for you, so you do not have to. I think it would be harder to constantly go back in your books and look at how to reschedule people. That's exactly what that cancellations report is there for you, and it's date and time. So you will not lose track of when those people booked their appointment, and you will know when they booked their appointment too.
Okay, because that was my fear as I was going through it. It's like, oh no, I'm going to lose track of all this. So that's great. So I'll just have, because our governor said we're closed to a certain date, so I want to take everything out to that date. And then, yeah, if I could have a cancellation report.
Awesome. Thanks for taking that one, Karin. We are getting a few more questions here, so I'm just going to keep moving through. Keep them coming. We have some time, so we'll just kind of work through them. So I'll try to call out whose question I'm answering, or from CX is answering it too. I'm loving it though, so thanks for sending them in. Okay, so Chris Ben asked, when you create a product, do you need Schedulicity Pay or can it be linked to Square? So correct me if I'm wrong, CX, but products, you don't need Schedulicity Pay or any payment integration. Is that right? To create a product? Anybody?
Yeah, that's right, Jamie.
Okay. All right. So you do not need any of those. All right. Pepper Jam Yoga asked, can you do a training specifically for the email module? I use MailChimp currently and would love to have it all in Schedulicity. Yes, we can definitely add that to the list. And I will go ahead and reach back out to you and let you in on some tutorials we have on that information as well. But if we have, multiple people that would like that information, I would definitely be happy to add that to a future town hall webinar that we could do.
Can I poke in, Jamie?
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank her for asking that question. The automated marketing is one of our most expensive features, and it's so cool that you get to try it out right now for free. So while we'll touch on email marketing, we'll also touch on automated marketing, and I urge all of you to try it out. I mean, what's to lose? You've got 3 months of it for free. You might as well see if it benefits your business.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Lindsay. Okay, so going down. Okay, so we had a business answer another question. Great, you guys. So she must be using the products. So she said the product feature. So you can create and sell products with any payment processor. So that's fine. I see she was answering that question. Sorry, I'm just kind of reading through. Oh, okay, Kit from the Peanut Gallery here. She's our head of content. And she said, I'm Kit and I run our blog. What articles would you like to see? Okay, so if people want to answer those, she'll be combing through these messages, I'm sure. We're getting a lot of great feedback, you guys. This is so fun, right? This is great. I'm looking for more questions. Sorry, I'm rambling here. Okay, we're good on the automated marketing. People are saying they're going to do it. Yeah, there really is a lot of things that you can check out right now. This is a great time to explore Schedulicity and take advantage of things that you may not have been able to do, while you're prior to all this craziness. Erica said she uses the product feature. She had to create the products. Just don't want to add the product at checkout. Okay. All right.
Jamie, I'm jumping in. This is Kit. I just saw, I think Dina sent a couple of messages earlier on, but I would love personally to hear what you are up to, Dina, if you want to hop on and tell us a couple of the things you've come up with. I feel like a bunch of people have been coming up with really creative solutions for how to fill some of this downtime, and it's great for my knowledge, but also for the blog. So please.
Yeah, sure. And I'm sure other businesses too, Kit, would love to hear. So Dina, if you're there, do you want to jump on? Yay.
Sure.
Sorry,
Well,
is it
first,
Dina? I wanted to make sure I got it. Is it Dina or Dina?
It's Dina from
Dina.
The Wild Hare in Fox Lake,
Perfect.
Illinois.
Cool. Hi, Dina.
Hi. Well, first of all, this all started back in July when I won the business grant. So I started making changes way back then. One of the things I use the money for, and I highly recommend if anyone's trying to be an educator or go beyond working behind the chair, which I'm going to be 50 this year. So I got to start thinking about more retirement ways because my hands are going. And so I went to a great thing in Ellicott City, Maryland, called Mentor and Masters with Gino Stampora and Nikki Lee. And Gino has been a mentor of mine since I was about 16 years old when I started doing hair and going to beauty school. And I've been learning from him my entire life. Everything I know totally works. He's so smart. And usually when you see him at the beauty show, he's on stage, or he's a friend of mine too, but everyone's trying to talk to him. So this event, you get to spend 2 whole days, and there's education and fun and cocktail parties and all kinds of things. So I learned so much stuff there. I ran back from there and I started redoing my salon. I was making sure I'm charging for what I'm worth, and sometimes you don't have time to figure out if your menu's right and if you have the right options, if you have the right time scheduled off. I know I was I was turning down the rainbow colors because I really didn't know how to tell people why they were so expensive. And I've also been learning in the Pulp Riot Artist Room. I'm like a total Pulp Riot salon now. That's another thing I did with some of the grant money. But there's so many things that you can do to just get yourself ready for when we come back, and we can go back in full force. So now I am going to be so organized, I don't even know if I'll be able to find things. I know I'm going to have enough time. I know I'm going to be getting the money. So some of the things I also did with my time, I redesigned a brand new website. It has a new look for the new decade. It's easier to navigate, and I have a beautiful service menu on there. However, I bypassed I used Wix, and I bypassed their booking system and routed them to Schedulicity, and they work really seamlessly together. I also redesigned my menu in Schedulicity, so when people go stand, I made different categories instead of having haircuts and having everybody look through everything I have. Now it's women's haircuts, men's haircuts, color, highlights, etc. And that seems to be working good. So part of the things I use for the grant that I'm also able to work on, because usually I'm behind the chair so long and I get maybe 1 or 2 days. I also have a teenager, so you can imagine I don't have a lot of extra time. So I'm redoing, I have a 2-level salon, and I used to use it as a VIP room. Another great thing I use is 5 Stars loyalty program. And sometimes they could start out a little pricey, but they're more designed for like coffee shops and places that get a high volume of business, and every 5 minutes they're ringing someone up. So they kind of work with me. They're the other favorite go-to company for me besides Schedulicity because they're so awesome and helpful. They even waived my next 2 months of fees. I pay $150, but I started out at $250 a month, and they lowered it because they know I have less volume, but then my ticket sales are higher. So I have a VIP room. It has special snacks and things for people to do. And if they come in and I'm busy with another client, they could go hang up there. I have a wine fridge, velvet hassocks and velvet chairs. It's kind of groovy like my salon. But now,
wow, Dina, you're just like doing it all. That's awesome.
I'm like, I don't know, I'm like the marketing maniac lately. So what I did though, it's going to be called the Riot Room, and I need money right now to finish I made a color consultation bar. And actually, if you don't have any money, I found an outdoor bar on Facebook Marketplace. It was $30, and my ex-husband, I had to ask him to help me with this, but we went there and he got the guy to go down to $10. So we fitted up my stairs, and
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I met a hairdresser after Pulp Riot. Her name's Color City Motor Melt, Motor City Color Melt on Instagram, and she's an educator, a regional educator for them now. But she discovered that if you soak the Pulp Riot boxes in water, you could peel the graphics off. So I've been Mod Podging everything. I have a towel bin, and I Mod Podged my whole bar, and then I Mod Podged the seats, and I have Pulp Riot pillows. And see, look, here's one of my Pulp Riot mugs.
Yeah. Okay, Dina, not to cut you short.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We love hearing your ideas. But I do have another question. It looks like somebody raised their hand.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to go ahead and answer or see what they want to ask too. And feel free, Dina, if you want to keep posting your ideas in the chat, just go ahead and add them there. Thank you so much for sharing though. Okay. All right, Jennifer, I saw that you had a hand raised. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, or you can unmute yourself. Did you have a question, Jennifer?
Hi, are you there?
Yes, I believe we can all hear you.
How exciting to talk to you. How great. Yes, I'm Jennifer from Chicago area.
Great.
And I have a permanent makeup studio, and I just absolutely love and believe in your program. Schedulicity is amazing. I have recently left another merchant, like a visa merchant company to go with Schedulicity, and it is wonderful and smooth sailing. So it's really good.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Good,
My
good,
question
good.
is this: a handful of months ago, I chatted with Schedulicity and asked if I could put multiple photos on my email blast. I wanted to add various Botox before and after photos, and all it will allow me to do is put a title picture. So I'm wondering if that's being worked on, if we can add multiple photos in email blasts.
Well, first off, thank you for your feedback. That is something that we have been wanting to get to for a long time. And since, our businesses are going to be sending out a lot of these emails, I'm really hoping we can push our product team to kind of get that ability on the books. So we can definitely reach back out to you when that looks like it will be on the horizon.
Sure. Do I show up as Aesthetics by Jenna right now?
I think you are Jennifer Lesko.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right?
Aesthetics by Jennifer was taken, so I had to be Aesthetics by Jenna. So.
Okay. All right. Yes. Cool.
So,
awesome. It looks like a lot of you guys are interested in that automated marketing and looking into that feature more in depth. So that it's definitely something we'll keep in mind for getting that information out to you all.
Yeah, I pass all my past Schedulicity on to all my students when they're learning permanent makeup and microblading. So it's just
awesome.
a way to really improve their careers and organization, etc. But thank you.
I know Kit has been looking into microblading, right?
I have a full budget set up in that app Digit. It's setting aside money for my microblading coming up in a few months. So
that's great. Absolutely great. So microblading or permanent makeup, which is the shading. So not everyone needs microblade, just FYI. Sometimes it doesn't work. So as far as people needing a little shading or depth in the background of the brow. So
okay.
Just,
there you
spreading
have it.
some knowledge.
From Jennifer. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, well, be safe, everyone. And
yes, thank you so much for joining. Is there any last questions? We are kind of coming up on the 45-minute marker. I didn't know, for this first one, how long people were going to stay on, but you guys, this has been so awesome, especially for our first one. We had over 50 participants, so thank you so much for joining, and I'm really hoping we can continue to do these just to provide some support to our businesses.
Thank you.
Cara is letting everybody know to reach out to the Rockers, give them a call, tell them hello. Again, we really want to help you all during this time, so let us know if there's anything we can do. And again, thank you so much. So I'll go ahead and hang around. But yeah, other than that, Town Hall #1 done.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for your help.
Absolutely.
Jamie.
Hey, Dugas, should somebody comment on your man bun? Maybe they can help you out.
I need more help than anyone can provide right now.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks. It looks like people are kind of trailing off here. If anybody has any questions, keep them coming. We can reach back out.
Thank you, Jamie. I also loved getting the tip about the eyebrows. I thought that was like better beauty tips.
No, you didn't even know what you were going to get out of it.
I haven't worn makeup, sadly, for weeks now because of all this. But
Teresa, the woman that was on the call early on, I told her, I was like, the funny thing is, like, this is the first day I think I've gotten ready this week because
You look good.
I'm setting the
We're all
bar
there.
high for the next one.
You better like put on some real clothes.
Well, and actually, I kind of thought this shirt was on brand. It's like kind of the honey color.
It is. You look
MJ,
great.
can you vouch for me?
It's perfect. The perfect key.
Thank you. Okay. We have some questions here. I'm like just blabbling on here. I should probably look at this. Okay. People are asking for refunds on what they have booked. Can you refund back to them?
You can definitely refund. We can go back into the screen there as well as how to do that.
Sorry. Yeah.
But before we go to refunds with that question, what we have been suggesting is editing that appointment and moving it out if possible, so that the businesses aren't having to go through refunds.
Editing the appointment itself.
Yeah, so they could push that appointment out into the future. That's what we're encouraging businesses to see if their clients. That is one option, so they're not having to, because it's already a tough time.
The appointment details then.
Yeah, and so it'd be bumped out into the future.
Okay.
Having said that, if they are wanting to refund, what they can do is they go into the client's that appointment, and they can click on the transaction. If you have, I don't know if you could scroll down just a little bit there, upcoming appointments. So say if this upcoming appointment was a Friday, March 27th, you could click onto that. And if there would be, if they had paid already, there would be where it says like Adrian Tulver, you would click into that. You could click there, and then it's going to bring up the ticket and an option to refund in the payment ticket. So that would be an option. I guess we could look at exactly what their payment is. Another way to get to refunding if they're doing transactions directly with the Schedulicity is that they can go into settings, into the gear icon, and then they can go into payments and products. Okay, and then we'll scroll down a little bit to those and then click on transactions instead of tickets. And we can scroll down to a transaction if we have any in there.
I don't.
But you would have a line of transactions in there, and you can click. Yeah, and you can even search in the search by booking confirmation. You can search by the client name, their tender type, all of those things, and then you would be able to pull up that ticket, click on it, and then refund. You'll see a hyperlink in the upper left as well too.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you answered her question beautifully.
Okay.
Oh, look, your daughter says A+. We thought so too. Okay, another question came in. I've heard great things about this system. They have Squire. Are you a barber by chance? How can I transition and transfer client info, and what are the main differences? Do you want to take this one again?
Sure. Sorry for this. Is the life it is working at home with children.
Don't even apologize.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with Squire.
I want to say it's a barber platform.
Okay.
If you want to, yes, a barber. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But I would just, if you just want to answer just the basic switching over.
Sure. Absolutely. And I would say it would be great. One thing is when switching from one platform all over to our platform, some things that really stick out about Schedulicity is that we are really user-friendly. As far as platforms go and technology, we're pretty easy to set up, and you have us to help you. One thing we want to make sure is that we are a fit for your platform. And so while I'm not really sure, what Squire has to offer, I would suggest reaching out to our support line, so that we can find out like what is really working for Squire that you really need in that platform, and can we do it in Schedulicity. So that would be one thing to make sure before you really start diving in that we have what you need. We're always willing to offer workarounds, but we just want to make sure that doesn't get funky for somebody. As far as the transition over, some things we recommend is getting that client list out of your platform. You can send it over to our support@schedulicity.com, and then we can go ahead. We have a team that can get that imported for you.
For free. For free.
Absolutely. Yeah, for free. Yeah, we just have some, we have an article that can get people set up with the formatting of that. And then as far as getting appointments over and all of the details, something that is handy is, you can go ahead and get started in your Schedulicity account while you still have your other platform, and you could be copying the descriptions from your former platform, say for like your bio or your service descriptions, if that's allowed in that platform, and then potentially pasting it maybe into Word or directly into Schedulicity. So that can be a time saver for people. And then as far as appointments, those you would want to be entering into Schedulicity if you have any on the books. Once you have that client list, you can start sending an invite to all of your businesses or your clients, and letting them know that they can start getting booked with you on Schedulicity.
So can you touch on, businesses do have the option to set their schedule to like out in advance. So they would have a little bit of time, like if your books are filled up right now, you could set it out in the future, set your start date out in the future. So you can take the time you need to get set up. And again, right now is the time.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They could push that schedule to all out right now, or to call only with everything going on. But then they can, they can create a future schedule under their provider settings. So settings, provider tab, work schedule. You can create a future schedule. So say you wanted to start 3 months from now, so that people could be booking with you there as well.
Awesome.
Too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope that answered your question there. And if you have any other questions about switching over, we'd be happy to help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Courtney Redmond asked, not sure if this has been asked, but how is Schedulicity coming with packages being automatically deducted once being booked and completed the session?
Hi, Courtney. This is something that so many people are wanting, and we're working on it. The team is working on it right now at improving that package feature. And there's just a few things that they have to work on so that we can have that automatic deduction, so that that's all tracking, and we're not having, like, say somebody using a package for a Pilates class when you want it for a yoga class. So that is definitely something that is coming, that our team is working hard on. So I don't have an exact date when that's coming, but I hope it helps to know that it is being worked on right now.
I just also want people to know that we are, as a company, looking for ways that we can help your business now. So we know times have changed a little bit these next few months. So, keep your eyes peeled for things that we'll be releasing to help in other areas too. She also had another question about, can clients check how many they have left by looking under the preference only?
Yeah, I'm a male.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for saying something.
I get it a lot. It's no big deal.
Oh, sorry, Courtney. Yes, the clients can check that, and I'm a little I'm not 100% on the steps. So Michaela, do you want to step in with answering that? You there?
Michaela, are you there?
Yep, there she is.
I'm here. I just came back in, so can you update me? Can you fill me back in?
Courtney, do you want to ask your question for everybody again?
Yeah, the second part of the question is
You're good.
Okay. Yes. The second part is that my clients, I'm a massage therapist, and most of my clients, a couple of them have expressed that they wish it was more user-friendly, where they can go in and check their packages and see how many more they have left. It seems like they have a problem of, working to go find how many packages or how many massages they have left. And I know you can go check up on a preference, and there's a certain way you can still see it, but it's not easy. I guess I want to say user-friendly to the clients.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, so for a long time, there's been an option to go it, they kind of have to go into the menu, go to my preferences, go find the package, and it's a lot of steps. A couple months back, we did include a banner at the top of when they are walking through the booking process, they get to your package list where they can purchase a package if you have them for sale online. And they should be able to see a little call out at the top there that they have a package. I'm kind of blanking right now on whether that includes the number. Do you happen to know off the top of your head, Courtney?
You mean the number for?
The number they have left, the number of sessions. I'm walking through in a test account right now.
No, I don't. I don't know.
I'm
okay,
pretty much
I'm almost there. Yes, so there is, at the top of that package page, it will say, here are your active packages with Schedulicity. Uh-oh, it's all test accounty, bizarre. Does anybody know off the top of your head if that includes the actual number the client?
Cara is raising her hand.
Oh, excuse me, I was looking at my other screen.
That's okay. I am 98% sure it does not call out the number of sessions, but that's a great idea.
Absolutely. And as you may know, you guys may have covered this, but I know that the package feature is definitely one that we are, we rolled it out really basic, just like we try to do with most everything. And then from there, we just are constantly collecting feedback to make sure that we are building the feature specifically in response to what people are wanting to see more of. So I know that is a feature that we're absolutely always looking for feedback on. And so that's a great idea that we'll absolutely share.
Okay.
Great. Thanks for asking, Courtney. That's awesome. Okay, so another question, and this is open up to everybody. So if anybody has some suggestions, please feel free to come on. But what are other service providers doing to reach all of their clients without having to speak to each person individually? So they do use the marketing email, but unfortunately, a lot of their clients have unsubscribed, so they can't reach everyone. And some people don't follow social media. So does anybody want to give some advice, any other ideas to kind of get in contact with clients that maybe aren't, on the interwebs? Do people still say that?
I do.
You do? Okay, cool, Michaela.
Yeah.
Can anybody think of any tips? I don't know. I'm kind of stumped. I mean, if they're not on social media and not on marketing, maybe they should have joined this town hall and.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Villa Salon, we can hear you.
Yes, hello everyone. I actually still believe in an old-fashioned thank you notes that I've designed, and I still do that.
Snail mail.
Yep. People don't get thank you and handwritten notes anymore.
Wow.
So this is very tangible and touchable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what I'm still doing.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
My pleasure.
And Dina said old-fashioned phone call. There's nothing wrong with that. Yep. And maybe, you could take it to another level and see if they are up for a FaceTime, So, great. Anybody else want to share? Okay, you guys, well, we are coming up on the hour. So I think I'm going to go ahead and close this town hall for today. But again, please be looking out for, this was just amazing today. So I loved the questions. I loved the feedback that we were getting. Yes, Dina told everybody to stay safe, and we at Schedulicity feel the same. Reach out to us if you need it. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And And again, thank you for being here this morning. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jamie. So good to see everybody.
Yes, good to see you too. And thanks for your guys' help.
Yes, absolutely. This was great.
Yeah.
Thank
These
you.
are rock stars, everybody. So
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much. Everybody take care.
Thanks, Jamie. Yes, you guys too. Thanks a lot.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining, you guys. Bye-bye.